I didn't get the opportunity to go to the 10-year reunion, and I doubt if I have the time to get to know what everybody's doing. I mean, in 20 years, I'm not sure what I've accomplished, what I didn't accomplish. I just wonder what are they doing now?
Dillard High School. We've been in existence since 1907, and we still going strong. Yes, sir. It's your boy John Willingham Jr. My class is 1989. Y'all put your panther paws up. Let's go. Hey. Everybody say it. Yes, sir. Come on. Woo. Yes, sir. Come on, say it. Hey. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Come on, say it.
All right, it's the class of 2002 20-year reunion. And one of the great things about being a graduate of the tremendous, great things about being a part of Dillard High School's culture and being an alumni is you get to be family with some of the greatest people that come through Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and travel to so many other destinations. So we are 1907 TV, and this is what we call the class reunion special. And we are starting with the class of 2002 because I'm a graduate of the class of 2002, which is the best class ever because we are second to none. And I figured, what better way to start this special out with the first person of the class? And I think we can definitely get the first person of the class to join us. Mr. Michael, I'm sorry, Mike. Mr. Mike Dreckler, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Listen, I'm number one excited about the opportunity to reconnect with so many of my classmates that I want to be nosy. Like I want to be nosy. Like, what have you been doing for 20 years? Like, what have you been doing for 20 years? You know, just kind of be nosy and recommemorate some of the things that just kind of connected us all together. So, welcome to 1907 TV class reunion special.
Thank you. Past 20 years, I have been working a lot. I went to, after Dillard, I went to New York University, and I stayed there for grad school and got my master's degree in English literature. And then I what I was doing in my life, so I started doing comedy. I started doing stand-up comedy, and that actually led to the career I have now. I now write for TV. I've written for The Tonight Show, Adam Ruins Everything, a few other things, Golden Globe Awards a few years ago, and I do stand-up comedy. So I am now this. This is now me.
That's definitely cool. You're now this and all of those things. It's amazing because I remember your valedictorian speech and the number of amens you got throughout the speech as you spoke and as you sarcastically reminded the administration that we were graduates now, not students any longer. So it seems like it continued and transpired for you through your career endeavors. So let me ask you, are you up for a few questions?
I'm absolutely up for a few questions. Hit me.
Hit you with a few questions. Okay, I'm gonna hit you with a few questions. Let's see what we got here in a few questions in this time. What's the one thing you miss most about Dillard High School in the past 20 years? The one thing you've thought of or remembered most about Dillard High?
I mean, I know that saying the community is kind of an obvious answer, but like I didn't just learn things in classes. Like I learned about video games, music, movies that I wouldn't have seen if I hadn't gone to Dillard and didn't like meet people who weren't just me. You know, that community is so strong and it's so fun. Like I remember playing Smash Brothers with like 100 people. Like that's what Dillard felt like. It felt like not like one giant party, but it did feel like the rare school where no matter who you were in the school, you could be part of someone else's friend group. Like there wasn't strong walls keeping you out of different groups. And I love that about Dillard. And I miss it because workplaces are still like that.
That's true. That is totally true. And you're right. There was so many things that allowed for us to intersect with each other and allowed us to get to know each other and to share into each other's worlds where we were all just blue and gray. It was just blue
Yeah.
and gray. So I definitely agree with you on the things that I miss most. That was a good one. Community. You missed the community of Dillard High. All right. Who's your favorite
I
teacher?
do. That's a hard one for me. That's a hard one for me. Both because I think also like some of my favorite teacher stories are like the ones where teachers melted down. So sometimes it's less productive. I do miss Mr. Euler a bit just because I was a high tech student and he was I think my first teacher at all at Dillard, like the first teacher I even met at Dillard. And so I think that he kind of has like a nice little nostalgic place for me. And he used to throw monitors across the room, and that's kind of fun to remember.
Okay. I think that goes back to those meltdowns you were talking about.
Those meltdowns, sometimes they were fun. I maybe took the wrong things from school at certain times.
I love the good meltdown. I've been
DJ Epic.
Dillard High School. We've been in existence since 1907, and we still going strong. Yes, sir. It's your boy John Willingham Jr. My class is 1989. Y'all put your panther paws up. Let's go. Hey.
yeah.
Oh man, so many meltdowns. Fascinating ones.
Definitely. So when you look at the impact of Dillard, and you mentioned how you feel it shaped community culture and it shaped some of the things that you've been able to pivot or bridge into your current career endeavors. What do you think is the one thing, and I know it's probably not one thing you can think about, but one of the most significant thing that you tend to see intertwining in your daily walk now as a Dillard alumni?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think I would have been as funny if I didn't go to Dillard. Like, I feel like Dillard had a ton of funny people who are very good, and I feel like I learned from people. I learned how to insult people at Dillard. Like, and I know that sounds like not a good quality to have, but I've made my living off it now. I feel like I got much funnier because I went to Dillard. I also feel like I loved video games before, but the high tech department and all of the students being into games, I felt like I got much more into games. And my career has been video games and television. So I feel like Dillard, if it didn't start the mix, it at least gave me the ingredients to start the mix.
Gotcha. So it gave you that blended opportunity to kind of move and navigate through culture and society.
Yeah.
All right. What is the one thing that Mike now would tell Mike then?
Oh man, there'd be a lot of things. Drink more water. I think I'd really tell him to drink a lot more water. I would also be like, hey man, look, we know you're not comfortable with your body, because I wasn't, but we need to this is, you guys probably remember the hair before. This is better. This is an improvement, what I have now. And so I'd probably tell myself to maybe take a little more care of himself. Like, be like, hey, the reason that girls are saying no is because you're wearing a giant Pinky in the Brain shirt. Some helpful advice.
Okay, so helpful. I think those are definitely some great things, not just for me. Mike, but maybe Mike currently will carry those things into the future, especially drink.
Yeah.
We all need.
Sorry, I did not mean to swear.
It's fine. I'm not sure. Yeah, we might want to make this a family-friendly TV show.
Yeah, I apologize. I apologize. I think one thing that people who don't go to Dillard kind of said at least when we were there, was that Dillard was a bad school. I think it was seen as like this like dangerous inner city school. I think because of racism was a large part of it. But one, it wasn't dangerous. Like I saw way more fights in my elementary school than I did at Dillard High School. And also people were really smart. Like, again, like, you're not funny unless you're smart. Like, people at Dillard were fast. They were quick. They were creative. It was honestly a great school. And when people call it a bad school, it's like, no, you've just seen a photo and you're kind of racist.
Yeah, the systemic culture of what we see, kind of based on the community it's in, and
DJ Epic. Epic.
Dillard High School. We've been in existence since 1907, and we still going strong. Yes, sir. It's your boy John Willingham Jr. My class is 1989. Y'all put your Panther paws up.
Mike, 20 years. This was great. It was so good to catch up with you. See what you've been doing now. Definitely check out the 1907 collection. It's a collection of clothing based off the lifestyle of Dillard High, and our support to it from it goes back towards us being able to help the school in different ways, kind of trying to create something that is built for us and to continue to invest in us. So I appreciate all of the work that you've done. I appreciate everything you're doing in your personal career to continue to push the Dillard High School name forward. You got some exciting things coming on, and I look forward to seeing some of your stand-up. I think I really would like to have a seat in front of you while you're doing some of that stand-up. That sounds pretty interesting. I will say, as the host and doing this, I would have to answer this question. Did I think you would be doing what you are doing now? I would say no.
Yeah, me too, probably.
I thought you were going to be a doctor.
But I'm glad it turned out this way.
I'm glad it turned out that way too. Yeah, I still have a little beef that you didn't let me copy your paper in chemistry class, but it's okay.
You know what? Look, now you educate people and I don't. So.
Got it. All right, Mike. Have a great one.
Let's go.
Stay safe.